So once again, I'm going to do another quick instrument review. This is a Soprano Sax, Chinese made again, like the other few instruments I've reviewed. I'll review some non-Chinese made instruments here too, if you guys are interested at all. This is the curved soprano. I believe this instrument is modeled after the modern Yanagasawa instruments. With this instrument, the bell keys are on the right side. There are some that have them on the left side. Well, on the soprano, it's not going to make as much of a difference as it will on the larger instruments because the side of the bell is not going to be hindered by the body because there's not really any body to get in the way unless you're playing soprano like this, which I don't recommend. So this instrument is keyed up to high F sharp, has all the necessary keys, a detachable curved neck, and this is one of the only real mechanical complaint on this instrument is that I'd like this neck curved another 15 or so degrees. It's as is, it just puts it into a little bit of an awkward position. So when I play here, shows where I'd really like it to be is about here. And so you've got to play with it out a little bit, and it puts a little bit more weight on the right hand than probably should be there. But otherwise, it plays pretty well. There is a slight leak somewhere in the bottom notes, so the bottom C, B, and B flat are a little bit harder to get out, and I have not figured out if that leak is coming from this joint here, which I suspect it might be, and that'd be something that would have to go to a repair shop, or if it's one of these pads down here that's not sealing quite all the way. I've redone the pad on the C key before, and that's fixed it a little bit, but still, it's better than when I got it. It's still not perfect. If I play a low B flat, we'll see if it comes out. Okay, it comes out perfectly, so like I said, it's sealing a little better than it has before. So what I'll do is I will play a B flat scale, 2.5 octaves all the way up to the high F, just in quarter notes so you can hear the intonation of the horn. And it gets a little bit sharp up there, and I'm pretty sure that any intonation up there is simply my mouth, my embouchure. Because I can bend notes up there like crazy. So, but I think that's pretty typical of soprano saxes. So the higher you go, the more you can bend it. And that's, typical of a lot of saxes, not just soprano. So, thoughts on ergonomics on the instrument other than the bend of the neck. Everything seems to work really well. All the keys are laid out beautifully on it. The F sharp trill key is pretty stiff. I don't use this key very often, but this is probably the heaviest F sharp trill key I've ever dealt with. It's got tilting spatulas on the left-hand pinky stack. The palm keys are pretty nice under the palm. I'd like to get risers on them because my bigger hands, on the small instrument, it just makes it ergonomically a little better. So let's play some stuff on it. And again, I'm going to be playing some excerpts out of my book, Band Orchestration, Volume 2, The Woodwinds, and these are just some of the Soprano Sax excerpts that I included. We'll start off with Hark Stowe Grange from Lincolnshire Posey. Gotta love Granger and Soprano Sax. excerpt shows off that this instrument is a little bit leaky on the low B flat. You can hear a few of those leaking just a hair. We'll do the big soprano sax solo from the third movement, Roof Park Poachers. So it's got big dynamic range on it. Little lyrical stuff from Colonial Song. So again, that big dynamic range that this instrument can do. And lastly, a little bit of a technical thing, and we'll do part of the big solo from Johann de Meij's Lord of the Rings Symphony, the Gollum movement. And I want a big shout out to Johann for allowing me to use some of his excerpts in the book. And I need to call him and send him a copy, actually. The horn plays pretty well, and if memory serves me correctly, I think I paid about 179 bucks for it. Not too bad of a deal. And then I've upgraded mouthpiece. I'm just playing on actually pretty standard stock mouthpiece. It's a woodwind ebonite with a Rovner ligature, and I think I can't remember what reed I'm using. It's Rico Blue Box, the Royal or whatever the name of the Blue Box reeds are. But overall, except for some leaky stuff in the low register, and one thing I was noticing while I'm playing the de Meij excerpt is the thumb rest here. It's just really uncomfortable, and if this could be adjusted somehow to just it's finger cramp inducing where it's positioned. So otherwise, I actually really like this soprano sax. I've played this on a few gigs, and particularly in a church setting, I was able to use it in a few weeks ago, and it could just get the smoothest sound to go with the choir and the organ, and everybody came up afterwards and said, that didn't sound like a saxophone, which I took to be somewhat of a compliment. So, but it played perfectly in tune, perfectly at a pianissimo level, and it worked really, really well. Not too shabby for the price I paid. So, I'll come back with another one of these. Let me know what you guys think, and until next time.